I got into the stock market when I was 19.
Oh my.
Nigeria is about 23%. So some countries are really embracing crypto. El Salvador, for example. So we look at the company. What does the company do? What does it sell? Because there's
Well, hello and welcome everyone to another session at the Dubai Fintech Summit. Currently, we are exploring more into how the fintech ground is evolving. But now I'm more towards inclined in the market of crypto, as I have Mr. Jeremy over here, who is founder and CFO at the Boston Trading Co. And he has a decade of experience into financial industry, specifically talking about trading. And then he jumped on to crypto, right?
Yeah.
Let's find out why. First of all, hi, how are you?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
It's wonderful having you here.
Cheers. Great to be here. It's very exciting. It's an amazing place to be.
It's a dynamic place to talk to multiple people with different tangents.
Yeah.
Working around the globe, right? So, how was your story? I mean, you've been to this financial trading and market for a long time, and then you switched to the crypto market. What made you switch? I mean, is it the 24/7 open market or what else?
It's very exciting. I mean, I got into the stock market when I was 19.
Oh my!
And spent 30 years in the stock market, helping people to learn about the stock market, how it worked, what to invest into, creating portfolios for my clients that would suit their needs and their particular games. And a couple of my friends got into crypto back in 2012. They told me about it. I didn't understand it. So I avoided Bitcoin when it was like $1. And then a couple of years later, I was using payment gateways, traditional payment gateways, to pay for outsourcing in different countries, people making websites, answering phones, doing things for my business. And it became very expensive to send via the bank rails. And one of my friends said, "Oh, use Bitcoin." I said, "Yeah, I heard of that. What does it do?" He's like, "Oh, it's gold that you email to people." And I got it. I understood it. And we were buying Bitcoin then. I think it was about $600 for a Bitcoin. And we'd send it to people overseas. And it was significantly cheaper than using the bank rails. Instead of paying $30 for a bank transfer, I was paying 50 cents.
Yes.
But then I noticed the volatility. I'm going, I can't pay people with this because it's too volatile. He says, it doesn't matter. You pay them at 9 o'clock in the morning, they cash out at 9:30. Don't worry about the volatility.
Right.
But we were using it as a payment service. And then as back in 2015, Ethereum came out and people started building on Ethereum, different projects. Yes. These little projects, they're little businesses. It's just like the stock market.
Yes.
And because I understand the stock market, I could research into the companies and the projects and find out the good ones and find out the bad ones and start investing. So I became hooked on this little tiny stock market and the returns that you could make in there, because it does trade 24/7, as you say, rather than the normal market trading only 8 hours a day. And it's the whole world who are actually buying these little stocks. So I started teaching a few of my friends about it. And most of my friends were stockbrokers and accountants and lawyers. And they go, "This is great, but we don't have any time to do that.
Yes.
Can you do it for us?" I said, "Well, the only way I could legally do it for you is to create a stock mutual fund, but for crypto." No one had ever done that before. So we created the world's first crypto mutual fund 10 years ago. Because of our diversified nature, we've outperformed Bitcoin for 8 years in a row. Because when Bitcoin goes down, something else goes up.
Yes.
And more recently, we've launched the world's first halal crypto mutual fund, the world's first kosher crypto fund, and the world's first Sanata Dharma crypto fund. So people can invest according with their faith and their ethics.
I mean, that's wonderful. You've been creating it for the whole world. And way back in the time, right?
Yes.
When no one actually thought about it.
Yeah.
As the cryptos market is like always evolving. It's like a fresh market still. After being a decade, still it's a fresh market. You have to learn a lot about it. But it's like rapidly growing.
Well, 10 years ago, there was like less than 1% of people. Some countries now have 4 or 5% of people who have crypto. I think India is about 23%. Nigeria is about 23%. So some countries are really embracing crypto. El Salvador, for example.
Yes.
And some countries are still a little bit behind. It's kind of like when the internet first started. And I was there when the internet first started. People go, "Oh, Amazon and Facebook and YouTube, these are just flash in the pan. They won't last."
Yes.
And 20 years later, those people are now billionaires.
Yes.
The people who invested early. So I think there's something about early adoption. And as I say, like I was buying Bitcoin when it was a couple of $100. My friends were buying it when it was a couple of dollars.
Yes.
And now it's over $100,000.
Yeah.
So the earlier you get in, the more growth you get.
The more growth. You gotta show that trust and learn about it as well, because it's not just like you invest in any crypto, but you got to research also,
That's right.
So what's your go-to strategies? How you exactly made Boston trading, keeping it ahead of the market, and what tools and strategies that you follow?
It's pretty easy strategy. So we avoided NFTs because NFTs don't do anything. I mean, a lot of people made a lot of money. A lot of people lost a lot of money. We avoid the meme coins. So the ones with catchy names and funny, cute cartoons.
Yes.
Like we're all stock pickers. So we look at the company. What does the company do? What does it sell? Because there's plenty of companies with great names, but they don't do anything. They don't make any money. They're not going to be
You
there in 10
search
years'
for the
time.
real world implementations.
Absolutely. Real world implementation, absolute value. What does it do? Who does it help? How does it make the world a better place? They're the ones we invest into. So we invested into Solana when it first started. We invested into Sui when it first started. We invested into Secret when it first started. But we've made more than 10,000% gains 7 times. And in the last 10 years, I mean, it's great to make gains. That's good. But in the last 10 years, the most important thing, we've never had a single coin go to zero. We've never had a rug pull. We've never had a scam because we do the research and we only buy the top quality.
So you have like your game plan and your research super solid, right?
Yeah. And we teach other people for free how to do that. Everything's fully transparent. You can look on our website and see what coins we're buying, what coins we're selling. You can see what we're researching. You can see our research methodology, how we choose the coins. So if people want to do it themselves, we'll teach you how to do it safely. But if you don't have time to do it yourself, then obviously you can deal with the company.
Wonderful. So, I mean, most of the audience should already hooked on to this learning curve, and if they don't have the time, they just hop onto the system and get the things done by someone
Yeah.
who has the knowledge, right?
Well, a young bloke like you might have plenty of time. You can sit there and do all the research. But when you're older like me and you're like got a mortgage and you got kids and got things to do, you're like, I don't have time. So that's why most people have a stock mutual fund because they don't want to research their own stocks. And you get a crypto mutual fund when you don't want to research your own crypto.
Wonderful. And how do you see like the evolving market is going ahead, and as well as the needs of different users changes according to the time, right?
Yeah.
So keeping the environment safe and also making the adoption at the same time. What do you see how the future of this going further?
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. Again, you're a young tacky, you wouldn't remember these things. 1971 was the first stock mutual fund.
Yeah.
So it's like 50 years ago. And since then, there's over 150,000 stock mutual funds, and all different for different people and different customers and different regions and things like that. So as of right now, there's like 6 crypto mutual funds. We were the first one 10 years ago. There's a few others that started like 2 or 3 years ago. But I think down the track, there'll be maybe thousands and thousands of crypto mutual funds. And that's good because we want to make it easy for people to get into crypto. It's all about financial inclusion, which is why we have the Halal Fund, the Sanata Dharma Fund, the Kosher Fund, so that everybody can get into crypto. Doesn't matter your skill level, doesn't matter your faith, doesn't matter your ethics, your culture. You can still invest. You can still make the future gains right now.
I mean, that's wonderful. And what's your upcoming plans, specifically talking about the Boston?
World domination. So we've currently got investors in 61 countries. We'd like to make that 190 countries. We believe in financial inclusion. We believe that crypto is for everybody. And people can put in like $1 or $2, which you can't do that on Wall Street.
Yes.
But you can do that by opening a small crypto account, put in a couple of dollars, depending which country you're from, depending on how much money you got. Anybody can get started at any time.
Wonderful. And speaking of getting to touch with people and knowing different innovations, I mean, this is the ground people usually walk into, like QAs being the center stage for the whole world, right? So how do you feel about this, the UAE market, as well as the event DFS?
Yeah, I had an interview yesterday and I said to them, like, the UAE is like Wall Street plus Silicon Valley. It's the finance center and it's the technology center sort of put together, which is really exciting. So, yeah.
I mean, that's the sweetest and simplest explanation someone ever gave about the DFS, right? Yeah. Wonderful. So for now, I'll take you leave and let you enjoy the rest of the event because there's a lot more to go on.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And thank you so much for the time, and thank you so much for the innovations that you gave us. Right?
Absolutely.
It's wonderful talking to you.
Keep crypto simple. Thank you. Cheers.